People ask how far I'd go for my dog. The honest answer is, further than I'd go for most people. Duke wasn't even supposed to be my dog. He was my dad's, a big, goofy lab mix Dad adopted after his diagnosis because he said he refused to spend his last year in a quiet house. For 14 months, that dog never left his side. When Dad moved to hospice care, the nurses bent the rules and let Duke sleep on a blanket next to his bed. He was there the morning Dad passed. He was the last heartbeat in the room besides mine. So when Dad was gone, Duke became the only piece of him I had left that still breathed. Last fall, I started noticing Duke acting strange after time in the backyard, lethargic, refusing food. The third time it happened, I took him to the vet, and she asked me a question that made my stomach drop. Is there any way he's getting into something toxic? Because this looks deliberate. I put a camera on the back fence that same night. It took 9 days to catch it. My neighbor's 22-year-old son, home from college, tossing something over the fence into my yard. On the footage, you can see him check the street first, both directions, careful as anything. Then he flicks it over like he's feeding ducks. The vet later confirmed what it was, mixed into ground meat. He knew exactly what he was doing. We'd had one conversation, ever, when he complained that Duke's barking interrupted his gaming streams. I'd installed a bark collar the same week. Apparently that wasn't fast enough for him. Duke fought for 11 days. The vet did everything she could, but his kidneys couldn't recover. I held his big dumb head in my lap and told him he could go find Dad now. I'm not ashamed to say I cried harder than I did at the funeral. I took the footage to the police. The officer was sympathetic, genuinely, but the case crawled. A citation, a possible misdemeanor, restitution for vet bills. His family hired a lawyer before I'd even gotten home. I realized nothing about his life was actually going to change. He'd killed my father's dog carefully, patiently, over weeks, and the system was going to treat it like a parking ticket. Fine, but there was nothing stopping the truth from being public. Here's the thing about this kid. He was a criminal justice major. His whole social media was about becoming a cop, serving the community, gym selfies, and academy prep shirts. So I did everything by the book. I filed every report. I got the case number. And then I started sending politely worded emails with the footage and the vet's toxicology report attached to exactly the people who had a legitimate reason to know. The police academy he'd applied to. His university's criminal justice department, which had a character conduct policy I quoted back to them word for word. The sheriff's cadet program where he volunteered. I didn't editorialize. I didn't threaten. I just wrote, I believe this is relevant to his application, and let a video of him poisoning an animal speak for itself. The academy pulled his application within 2 weeks. The cadet program dropped him. His department put him under a conduct review, and he quietly withdrew from the program before it concluded. When the misdemeanor charge finally went through, it came with a conviction, which meant every future background check would ask him about it forever. His parents cornered me in my driveway, screaming that I destroyed their son's future. I told them the truth. I didn't send a single thing that wasn't real. He filmed his own character. I just made sure the right people watched it. The neighborhood Facebook group found the court record on its own. I never posted it. I didn't have to. Small towns metabolize the truth all by themselves. Here's the part I couldn't have planned. 2 years later, I'm a shift supervisor at a logistics company, and HR forwards me a stack of applications for a warehouse position. Third one down, I see his name. Under the criminal history section, he'd checked yes and written in small handwriting, misdemeanor, animal related, would prefer to explain in person. I sat with that application for a long time. Then I passed it back to HR and told them to process him like anyone else. He didn't get the job, but not because of me. Someone more qualified applied, because that's the difference between us. He hurt something innocent for convenience. I never once had to lie, exaggerate, or break a rule to hold up a mirror. I have a new rescue now. She barks at everything. Every single time I smile. Dad would have liked that.